Good morning, guys. Welcome to Herb Home. I think it's the 18th or 19th today. And this time of year is when my herbs start putting their energy down into their roots. I'll be harvesting elecampane and marshmallow and valerian. This is the time to start harvesting all of them because the energy is beginning to go down into the roots. Oh my goodness, guys, look at this. I've got a beautiful orb here in the garden. Look at her. It's so pretty. Oh gosh. Hey. Now that's a happy moment for me. I love the orb spiders. Sometimes I get right across the walkway and I have to do something evil to them, but essentially, they are so beautiful. They're such a blessing. You know, it struck me last evening how much I connect to the plants, you know. It's been proven scientifically that they produce a level of energy, but there's also a kind of knowing maybe in which there was a lady who, one of the original owners of Nature's Wonder, and when they were in the old stone building, a friend of mine and I used to go there and shop a lot. And my friend would go in and she'd be shopping the shelves, and the owner would be right outside working. And Lord help me, I cannot remember her name right now. She's a tiny, beautiful little bird lady. And we'd sit out there and we'd talk herbs. And one of the things she said to me that has stuck with me for years now, and Maggie Claggett said this also, was that if you sit and listen, you'll get a sense of what the herbs are good for, you know? And I've heard that from many of the old folks, you know. I've heard them use the word allies, plant allies. They talk about a mother plant, you know, the plant that has seeded all the other plants. That's who you really want to go and, quote, talk to. Excuse me, Charlie, get out of the bed. Thank you. Good boy. He's snooping. We've had something go through the beds and he's trying to find out what it is. But, you know, I walk through and I see the stages that the plants go through. And usually there's an abundance of something that we need in our health cycle. And it's as if, I don't know how to put it except for that the plants know what we need. You know, my comfrey has been really rich this year. And lo and behold, Neil got snake bit. And a comfrey and plantain poultice is one of my go-tos to reduce what's going on in his world. I don't know whether it is subconsciously we recognize signs and progression of things, or whether there's an actual psychic connection, whatever you want to call it. There is a knowing that a lot of us believe in, and I think that good Lord and all of the earth has a way of telling us, you know, and we need to pay attention to it. And so often we get locked up in the mundane things and we don't pay attention to those gifts that are given to us. You know, my motherwort is thriving right now. Let me pick some and show you, because I'm going to be harvesting her pretty quick here. Hang on a minute. This is my motherwort. And all summer long she's been head high, and she's come back again. I harvested it, and she's come back again. So I'm going to have a double harvest of motherwort. Motherwort is good for so many things. For cardiac stability, for the, and she helps with anxiety. There's just so much, you know, and recognizing, okay, I've got an overabundance of motherwort. And we've been going through some stressful times. Guess what? Good old motherwort, you know? She's beautiful too. I think she's one of the prettiest of plants. Let me show you, see if I can show you a bloom here. Yeah, there it is. Just look how delicate those blooms are and how graceful and dainty. You know, it's just, these are things that bring me so much joy, you know. It's overcast today, and I'm having so much fun out in the garden, and there are all sorts of pollinators out. Oh, and the jewelweed is starting to put on her seeds here. This one isn't quite ripe enough to do it, but they used to call them touch-me-not, because when you touch them, they'd pop, and the kids love them. Let me see if I can do this. I don't know whether she'll do or not. I don't think this one's far enough along, but let's see. See if I can get a picture of it here. Let's see if it'll do it. I don't think it's ripe enough. Let me get a different angle on it here. Yeah. I've got some, put it on top of my comfrey leaves here that I'm saving. Let's see if she'll pop. Yeah, there she did. It didn't do it as fast because it's not quite dry enough. But look at that. That is how. And pretty soon I'll be going back to seed. So I'll have another patch next year. And then I can harvest all this jewelweed. And I will infuse it in oils so I can make soap and salves out of it. You know, for poison ivy. That's what we use it for. It's my poison ivy go-to. The stems have a juice in them, kind of like aloe vera. So, but anyhow, that's just a few thoughts. Minor tour of the garden. Something smells so sweet right now. I'm trying to look around and see what it is. The devil's walking stick has got berries on it. The birds are going nuts. And hibiscus are getting ready to go to seed. My big red bud down here in the garden is covered in seeds. Gosh, so much is happening right now. Everybody says, well, it's getting to be fall. There isn't anything here. The world is amazingly full in the fall. All right, guys. Well, I'll let you go. You have a good day. Bye.